USC opens Pac-12 South Division play on Saturday against Arizona State. With Los Angeles Times, I'm LINDSEY, THIRY, joined by beat reporter Gary KLEIN. Gary, 3 games into the season, I don't think anybody expected USC to be 2-1 and now going on their first road trip to Arizona State. How much pressure is there on Steve Sarkisian and this team to win this game?
There's enormous pressure not only on Steve Sarkisian but also on defensive coordinator Justin Wilcox. After that 41-31 loss to Stanford, USC gets pushed around, the defense does not seem to adjust, and the offense was not able to come up with touchdowns when they needed them in the fourth quarter. Arizona State has not been a kind place for USC the last couple of years or for their coaches. This is a huge game.
You mentioned that Steve Sarkisian's 0-4 against the Sun Devils as a head coach in 2013. Lane Kiffin lost to the Sun Devils and then lost his job early the next morning. So USC's defense has to improve. Obviously, Arizona State is a much different offense than Stanford. What do you think they need to prove?
Well, they got to prove that they're tougher than their opponent. Again, Stanford came in and pushed USC off the ball, out-physicaled them, and USC, when Wilcox attempted to make adjustments, they just weren't able to execute them. They had some plays on the ball. They weren't able to break up passes. They weren't able to stop the run. So they have a challenge. They saw Mike Bercovici last year. As Sarkisian says, a gunslinger mentality. He's going to throw it all over the field, and he can also run with the ball.
And he can complete Hail Marys. Over on offense, USC put up 31 points against Stanford. Many would think perhaps that's enough points to win a game. USC's offense does look pretty steady. One place they could improve, though, is on third downs.
They have not been very efficient at all, and that's part of the problem, is that when you're not getting first downs, you're not sustaining drives, you put a lot of pressure on the defense. USC is only going to be able to take 70 players on the road for a Pac-12 game, so they're not going to have the depth that they were accustomed to in the first 2 games, and it's going to be on Cody Kessler not only to have a big game but to put them in a position to win a game.
USC is 2-1, now going on its first road trip of the season. Be sure to keep it on the Los Angeles Times for all the latest from Tempe. Both Gary and myself will be there, and we'll see you again during the pregame from Sun Devil Field, hopefully. With Gary KLEIN, I'm LINDSEY, THIRY for the Los Angeles Times.